All right, let's dive right into this explainer where we're going to objectively tear down the Trust Multiplier Playbook. If you've spent any time at all in the digital product space, you have probably seen these private label rights or PLR offers floating around. Well, today we're going to crack open the box of this specific fire sale offer and see what's actually inside. Is it a genuine business asset or is it just a bunch of hyped up digital filler? Let's find out. So the whole marketing hook here revolves around one extremely specific, incredibly low front-end price tag, $12.98. They are promising a massive, ready-to-launch leadership coaching kit for literally less than the cost of a quick lunch. Naturally, when we see a price this low, our analytical brains immediately start screaming, okay, what's the catch? Is this content actually usable? Because they are making a truly massive claim. We are talking about an 11-module, multi-format product bundle that they state carries a real-world value of over $2,800. You're getting videos, audios, slide decks, and marketing pages. It sounds totally overwhelming, but actually it's highly structured once you get into it. To keep things perfectly fair and unbiased, here is our agenda. 1. The $13 kit. 2. Inside the 11 modules. 3. The PLR restrictions. 4. The true funnel cost. And 5. Pros, cons, and the final verdict. Okay, part 1. The $13 leadership coaching kit. Right off the bat, what really stands out is that this isn't your generic, fluffy, just be a better leader kind of advice. Instead, it targets a super high-demand niche. Organizations today are absolutely desperate to prioritize employee engagement and ethical leadership. This framework treats trust not as some vague soft skill, but as a compounding asset. It hands leaders a repeatable system for transparency and accountability, which, honestly, is a highly defensible and profitable angle to sell. Moving right along to part 2, let's look inside those 11 modules. The real superpower of this offer is how they've split the assets up. On one side, you have your multi-format educational content. On the other side, you get the complete marketing infrastructure to actually sell it. It's deliberately designed to be a tripwire, a low-priced, high-value entry offer that quickly converts cold traffic into buyers, building trust before you upsell them into your much more expensive coaching programs. And just to prove this actually has some depth to it, check out a few of the standout lesson topics from the 10-module curriculum. You've got things like recognizing ethical challenges and making values-based decisions. We aren't just rehashing the same basic ideas 10 times over here. There's an intentional focus on actionable integrity. And here's a real game changer. Unlike a lot of those cheap bargain bin kits that just hand you a text document and leave all the heavy lifting of production up to you, this package goes way further. It includes roughly 20 to 30 minutes of matched, professionally produced MP4 video and MP3 audio lessons. Having this kind of genuine multi-format breadth at this price point is highly uncommon. It's a massive shortcut. Okay, part 3, time for a reality check with the fine print and PLR restrictions. This is where things get really interesting. When people hear private label rights, they usually think they have total carte blanche to do whatever they want with the files. But actually, scratch that, because this specific certificate is much more restrictive than your typical unrestricted PLR pack. You absolutely have to read it carefully. So, here's the crucial breakdown. If your plan is to rebrand and sell the finished PDFs and video lessons directly to your own end users, you are totally good to go. You can use them as lead magnets or drop them right into your membership site. But if your plan is to become a reseller of PLR rights, meaning you want to sell the editable source files or pass along resell rights to your buyers, no way. This license completely blocks that. Plus, and this is huge, there are 0 refunds. All sales are strictly final. Let's pivot to part 4, the true funnel cost. Because, look, checkout absolutely does not end at $13. A tripwire is designed to get you in the door cheaply, right? Well, immediately after you buy, you're hit with a $7 upsell for asset enhancers. Then, boom, you're dropped into 2 entirely separate bonus funnels, each with their own pro editions, bump offers, and add-ons. It's a bit of a maze. If you blindly clicked accept on every single upgrade, that $13 lunch suddenly escalates well past $390. You really, really need to be careful here, because the exact contents of those pricey back-end bundles aren't fully detailed on the front-end sales page. Take the Impact Accelerator bundle, for instance. With its 168-part email sequence, it suggests it might actually be an email marketing asset rather than a standard coaching kit. So you're buying somewhat blind if you just immediately upgrade without doing your homework on those funnels. Which brings us to part 5, the pros, cons, and our final verdict. Based on all the comprehensive review data, this package scores a solid 3.9 out of 5. It definitely gets points for the sheer variety of formats. Getting written, video, audio, and slides all together is a huge win. But that score is balanced against the strict final seal refund policy and the heavily restricted resale license.
So, weighing it all out, you're genuinely getting an incredible amount of done-for-you content and marketing infrastructure for $13. Having the sales letter, the affiliate center, and banner graphics ready to go is fantastic. But it comes with rigid constraints. You can't ask for a refund, you can only resell the finished PDFs and MP4s, and you've got to navigate that whole maze of hidden back-end upsells. So who is this actually for? Well, if you're a coach, a consultant, or a digital entrepreneur who's building out a funnel, this is a fantastic fit. If you just need a quick, credible, entry-level offer to turn cold traffic into buyers before moving them into your high-ticket programs, this is going to give you a massive head start. On the flip side, you should absolutely run the other way if your business model relies on selling unrestricted resale rights or editable source files. The license literally will not let you. And of course, if you're not comfortable taking a $13 leap of faith on a strict no refund policy, then for sure, this is not the product for you. As we wrap up this explainer, you've got to look at your own business and ask yourself one critical question. Does the massive shortcut of having a totally done-for-you coaching kit outweigh the creative handcuffs of a rigid license? If you just want to teach the content and build your list, then yes, absolutely. But if you need total control, keep looking. Thanks so much for exploring this with me, and definitely weigh those constraints carefully before your next launch.